Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. At long last, Netflix has finally released the official trailer for the highly anticipated Daredevil Season 3, and it is just as incredible as we were all hoping it would be. It's really intense, and it definitely looks like a return to the same level of quality as the first season. So obviously today I'm going to break the trailer down, analyzing all of the characters and plot reveals in the trailer, as well as some info revealed about this season over the last couple of days, and what we can expect from Daredevil's New York Comic Con panel this Saturday. So throughout all of the teasers for the season so far, one thing has been made clear: Daredevil's not in a good place. After being crushed under many tons of rock at the end of the Defenders and somehow surviving, Matt is much weaker in this season than before, and it's been said that he won't be able to perform as Daredevil to the same level we've seen in the past due to his injuries. But Matt has also pretty much lost his faith in humanity, and it's been said he's even beginning to lose his faith in God. He's in a very dark place, nothing he tries seems to be working, and his greatest enemy has just walked back out onto the streets. After Midland Circle, as far as the public knows, Daredevil is dead and Matt Murdock is missing. When the season starts out, Matt is actually living in the basement of the church that was seen nursing him back to health at the end of the Defenders. A church where, of course, his mother, Maggie Murdock, is. She's seen a couple of times in the trailer. She's said to serve as a spiritual and moral guide of sorts for Matt here, as evidenced by her warning him not to become the thing he's fighting. In this season, it looks like she'll sort of become an amalgamation of Father Lantom and Claire Temple. We don't know much else about her role here, but it has been said that while many fans may expect to know about Maggie's backstory, they'll find themselves surprised in Season 3. There's a scene early on in the trailer of Matt tackling Karen to the ground to avoid a barrage of bullets coming through the room. If this scene looks familiar to you, it's because it's actually from Season 2, Episode 10. The Man in the Box. This was the scene where the DA, Samantha Reyes, was assassinated by the blacksmith, who was attempting to make it seem like it was the Punisher who was responsible. In the trailer, we see Matt telling someone in the same church that he's Daredevil, using the same words he did with Karen. No telling who this is exactly, but considering the setting, I'd say it's probably his mother, Maggie. We then see a scene of Daredevil brutally beating some men in a parking garage. It's here that we get a good look at Daredevil's suit this season. It's much like the one from Season 1, but with some notable differences. He apparently has white gauze underneath the black mask. I imagine this is in order to provide some extra protection for his head. The suit is also much less sleek. It's much baggier and more tattered. It's reportedly made purely from things Matt found in the church basement, so it's actually even less protective than the one in the first season. The costume designer for Season 3, Liz Vastola, said that it was very purposeful this way to reflect how disheveled Matt is inside as well as out. As for why he's not just wearing his armored suit, well, A, it was assumedly pretty badly messed up during the Battle of Midland Circle, but B, Charlie Cox has said that Matt actually feels like he doesn't deserve it. He's having a crisis of self-confidence and faith, which has led him to feel like he's lost the privilege of wearing that suit. I feel like it's very much possible we could see Matt get a new suit by the end of Season 3. A lot of fans have wanted a sleeker suit with a brighter red tone and the famous double D on his chest. I've personally been fine with what we've gotten so far, but I imagine they might take the chance to improve on the design and make it more comics accurate. We then see Wilson Fisk, who has of course been in prison after being brought down by Daredevil in Season 1. However, Fisk has gotten out by making a deal with the authorities to serve as an FBI informant. This means that he is under constant surveillance and is being closely watched by this FBI agent, Ray Nadim, who is his handler. Showrunner Eric Olesen has teased that Nadim will have a much bigger role this season than you might expect him to, and we know that he will be interacting with Daredevil at some point. Like with the prison, Fisk is in control of this as well, as unbeknownst to the FBI, the building they are keeping him in is owned by Fisk. We don't yet know exactly what Fisk is planning other than he wants revenge on Nelson, Murdock, and Daredevil for locking him up. He mentions that Matt had threatened him previously. This is referring to Season 2 when Matt threatened to make it where Vanessa would never be able to come back to New York. Speaking of Vanessa, she's not in this trailer at all, and in fact, all we know about her this season is that she's being charged as an accessory to Fisk's crimes. We get our first look at Foggy here as he discovers the news that Fisk has been let out of prison. Foggy has been doing pretty well lately, since he joined with the prestigious law firm of Chow, Benowitz, and Hogarth. He's making some pretty impressive money, and he even had cameo appearances in both Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Also, it's been confirmed that he's back with Marcy Stoll now, who reportedly has a pretty sizable role in this season as well. We see this scene of Fisk at a gala in an all-white suit. This shot is much more interesting than it first appears though, because I believe this woman here is Rosalie Carbone, a crime boss from Harlem who appeared in Luke Cage Season 2. She's been confirmed to be in this season, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of role she has to play, and whether she's truly on Fisk's side. We then see Fisk back to what he does best, brutally beating someone in a van. I imagine Fisk is looking to regain all the power he's lost, and truly become the kingpin of crime. This scene here, where Fisk is threatening Matt Murdock, is interesting because I believe it takes place in the prison. There is an unconscious guard here who has assumedly been knocked out by Matt himself. Throughout the trailer we see bits and pieces of some kind of fight in the prison. My guess is that once Matt hears what Fisk is up to, he pays him a visit and Fisk releases some prisoners to have him killed. But of course he puts up a fight. One of the biggest reveals of the trailer is that Fisk seems to now know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, and it looks like he plans to use this against him. Here we see Matt and Fisk having a discussion. Matt is in the certified MCU superhero in disguise getup, which means he's undercover and is definitely completely unrecognizable.
Relax, no one's gonna recognize us.
What, because of hats and sunglasses? It's not a disguise, Hank. We look like ourselves at a baseball game.
We've heard that Season 3 will have another big hallway fight scene, and I believe this fight here is it. It looks like Fisk is going to be continuing to stay out of the shadows and trying to turn the public opinion back in his favor and against Daredevil. In this shot here we can see not only Agent Nadim but also Fisk's lawyer, Martin Donovan. We then see some more shots of Daredevil fighting some enemies, including hanging this man down by his leg. We see Foggy and Karen reuniting. Karen's not in the trailer a whole lot, but it is said that she has a huge role in Season 3, and that we'll finally learn more about her dark past. We see Matt returning to Melvin's workshop where he finds a new Daredevil suit being built. I believe this is Melvin behind him. I could see him turning on Daredevil simply because Fisk is using him again, something Daredevil had promised wouldn't happen again. And it's here where the trailer gets pretty nuts. The Daredevil Imposter. A leaked image revealed this in August, but it's still so epic to see it play out on screen. It's revealed that Fisk has hired someone to impersonate Daredevil and tarnish his reputation, committing horrible crimes. We see him arriving in a church and attacking some people there. Although it's not outright said here, it's pretty clear that this imposter is none other than Bullseye, arguably Daredevil's deadliest enemy. We see him attacking the New York Bulletin, where he apparently faces off with Karen, who still owns the gun she had in The Punisher. Behind her is Mitchell Ellison, the editor-in-chief of the Bulletin. We see Bullseye using Daredevil's billy club as a projectile, throwing it with more force and precision than Daredevil ever has. In the comics, he ended up killing Karen Page with Daredevil's billy club in a very similar fashion. It's here that we see Daredevil first meet Bullseye. This trailer is incredibly epic. It's been so long that I'd almost forgotten how amazing a show Daredevil is, but it really is just a fantastic series through and through. I could not be more excited for Season 3. Everything about it looks absolutely perfect. Daredevil Season 3 will premiere on Netflix on October 19th, but lucky New York Comic Con attendees this Saturday will almost certainly get to see the first episode there, so I'm very jealous of those people. One day I'll go to Comic Con. One day. With the trailer and posters released this early, it makes me wonder what kind of reveals they'll have in store for fans this weekend. I'm sure they'll reveal a bit more about Bullseye there. There have been rumors and so forth that the Defenders might appear in Season 3. However, this isn't the case. The showrunner confirmed that none of the other Defenders are in this season. One character I'm curious about, though, is Elektra. We don't know whether or not she survived, but I'd imagine she probably did. I don't think she'll have a very big role this season, but I could see her returning for Season 4. I do think it's very likely Marvel might take the panel as an opportunity to give some updates on the upcoming Netflix shows. I'd expect them to give a release window for The Punisher Season 2, because we know it's either coming at the very end of 2018 or at some point in the first 3 months of 2019. It could really go either way. Same goes for Jessica Jones, and I think they'll also renew Iron Fist and Luke Cage there. Mike Coulter has confirmed that Chio Coker is writing Luke Cage Season 3 right now, so we know it is happening. But yeah, that's everything I noticed from the Daredevil trailer. I'd love to know what you guys thought of it. Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Who are you? I'm Daredevil.